Hey everyone, it's Michael and
Ruben
from Bullion Now, bullionnow.com.au, bringing you all sorts of fun and games, including
the forgotten child, Michael.
the one that I'm never overly enthused about because in Australia it incurs GST, but this one was just one that I thought we've got to get this. This is fantastic. So this is a product from PAMP, and if you're in any doubt, we're talking Palladium today, but this is fractional Palladium, something we didn't really see much of even a few years ago, but with the renewed interest in Palladium, a few of the manufacturers are coming out with Palladium products for a start, but they're also starting to generate some of these fractional ones. In this case, PAMP has created the 1 gram Palladium minted bar, which is amazing. I don't think I've ever really seen Palladium in the 1 gram before. I know it's kicked around, but it's really not very common. So when these came up, we thought, absolutely, we'll grab some of these. One of the things that will stand out to you is that they look exactly like a 1 gram silver bar.
The fact that it doesn't stand out, that's it.
Yeah. So
Do not store this with your silver.
That's exactly where I was going with this. Be very, very careful that you don't. And it's the same thing with platinum as well. If you're going to store it and someone else is ever going to have access to your stack, please make sure this is very clearly labelled in some form as being Palladium. Otherwise, they might sell it back and only get, 60 or $70 back for it rather than what it's actually worth. Now, let's have a closer look at it. Now we've got that caveat out of the way. So again, this beautiful packaging that PAMP does in their Certi cards. We've got this Lady Fortuna design, which is popular the world over. Everyone loves that. And then over the page, you've got the burst on the back of the bar itself, and then also who certified it, weight, etc., all down the bottom here. These are available for now. I don't know how long they're going to be available for. I don't know if we're going to get any more. Quite often these sorts of things, the manufacturer will do a run for a short period of time and then they won't produce them again for another year or 2 years down the track. So because they're slightly specialised. So they are in stock. Now be very aware, we joked about it at the start, but these do incur GST. So they will look a little, not only are they fractional, and we all know that the smaller you go, the dearer it becomes on a per gram or per ounce or per kilo basis, depending on how you're looking at it. But this also includes a 10% GST charge on it in Australia if you're an Australian resident buying it. Okay.
I think this one for me fills a bit of a gap for people that have been stacking gold and silver. This is kind of the situation I'm in. Stacking gold and silver, have looked at Palladium and gone, that's too expensive to pick up an ounce, or plus the GST, things like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, cool, I can now add this to my stack and say I've got a little piece of Palladium there as a bit of a talking point. And I think that's the spot this fills. And I think it does it well, but that's it. You have to treat it as that.
Absolutely. It's a great way of dipping your toe in the water. And be aware, the argument for Palladium is as strong as the argument for platinum. They're both a very interchangeable metal. So this is not financial advice. They're a great way to actually move into that investment area. As I've always said, the only thing going against them in this country or going against Palladium is that GST component. But this is a great way to dip your toe in the water.
And as we always say, as you always say as well, Michael, do your own research on it. Take a look at what it's used for, the investment use case for it and things like that, and see if it fits for you.
That's it. We forgotten anything?
Don't think so. They're available down in the linked in the description down below. So head on over and check them out.
Grab them while you can. We'll see you again soon.